Morning folks, afternoon. So today I'm doing a couple of pallet projects. Bought this pallet wood in. I ain't got the sort of oomph to break down pallets because of the old arthritis, so I found a supplier that breaks them down and sells it in packs of 10 strips. It's all denailed, all that kind of stuff, but I do check it as I go on and use it, just to make sure before I run it through any of the saws. It seems good enough. With pallet wood, you're always going to get quite a lot of waste still because it does split and stuff like that, but I tend to maximise the sort of load I get off it, if that makes sense. So here I'm just drawing two sort of projects that I'm going to make on this video with it. I've got loads of pallet projects coming up, as well as me other sort of projects what I do, the slightly bigger projects. I've got some real cool ideas brewing as well for some really smart builds that sort of anybody can tackle and do. If you're a beginner, just have a go at it. There's no harm in doing it. Just go out, get it done. So here's the pallets, how they come to me. I bought 10 packs of 10, so 100 strips, and this cost me, here in the UK, I paid £80 for the lot, and that was delivered. I don't know whether that's a good price or a bad price, but when you think about going out, finding the pallets, getting the pallets, cleaning the pallets down, making sure they've not had no chemicals on them, denailing them, stripping them, I just thought, you know what, and I wouldn't be able to do that because of, like I said, the arthritis, so I just bought it in, and it helps another little local business that's trying to do something good by recycling and reusing old pallets, and they were delivered straight to my door, and he put them under this carport where I work for me, so it was good service all round. I'm happy with it, and I'll still make things out of this, whether I sell them or not. They won't be expensive items, but in the context of people beginner woodworking and you want them to learn, I suppose using pallet wood is a good thing. So I'm just going in, cutting it all here, marking it out. I mean, with pallet wood, it's just a bit more of a learning curve, isn't it, really? It's very, very splintery. So you'll see me in the video shortly where I put gloves on. I won't use gloves while I'm using the big saw here, or if I use the table saw. I don't use the table saw on this project. But I've got another two projects coming out on Sunday, which are pallets, and then, Friday, which are pallets, and then I'm unsure whether to do a pallet project for the Sunday video or do a bit of a bigger one, bigger video for the Sunday. It's just that I've got loads of this pallet wood, and it's just nice to show people what they can do with the pallet wood, I suppose. So I'm just going in doing pocket holes just randomly here. There's no rhyme or reason why I'm putting the holes where I'm putting them. It's just for the design of this. I just wanted to put these boards together. You could glue them, clamp them, all that kind of stuff. I'm just opting to just pocket hole them together just for speed, really. It's just a simple project. Anybody can do this. So yeah, it's just nice and easy, and I'm just going in here. I'm still unsure what size pocket screws to use in what size boards and all that kind of stuff, so that's the next learning curve. These screws I've got here are fine. I've got these screws from Amazon, which was a trend brand, and they sort of work really well, but I know there's all different sizes of pocket screws you can get. And if there's any sort of alternative to these pocket screws you can use for pocket holes, please drop them in the comments. I've heard people say use panhead screws and all this kind of stuff. Now, I don't know whether that's right or wrong, but I'm sure my little community that I'm building here will let me know. So here I'm just marking up the front. So what I'll do is I'll just sort of go as I go on. I've not picked a specific sort of size on what I'm doing. It's just, I'm just going with the flow and just seeing. So, but what I would do next time, I would actually sort of work to a size on this with these pallet boards. Now I have got a planer and a thicknesser, not a good one. It's It's sort of like an El Cheapo one, but it would do this job sort of well. But I don't really want it for that, because I think with pallet wood, you've got to go with a look, and it's all this sort of like rustic look, isn't it? So I'd rather just not do too much to the wood. I mean, I know they look dirty here, but they're actually not too bad. They're quite sort of clean, if that makes sense. I mean, I could have done with them having a bit more of an harder life with sort of... Do you get what I mean? I sort of like... They look too sort of clean, the wood, like some of that wood looks too clean, and then I go over it with a sander in a minute and it sort of cleans it up more. And really what I'm trying to do with the pallets is I'll get that muck off there, that black muck, but I just want to get a lot of character into the boards as much as I can. Now, when I finish this project, you'll see at the end, there is things I should have done more. Maybe I could have added a bit of stain, done things slightly differently, but for what my purpose is here, just to show you is what you can do with them, it's perfect. So once again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can join our membership thing, where I'm going to be starting adding sort of videos onto there, shorts. There's a super thanks and all that kind of stuff. Your support's greatly appreciated, and anything I earn via my channel goes back into my channel. I don't benefit from it at all, apart from the channel gets bigger. So I've got 2 grits of sandpaper, one's an 80 grit and one's a 120 grit, so I'll just go over it with both. So like I say, there's 2 projects here, and there I've just got my gloves. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to start using my gloves now, because it is just a bit rough, this old pallet wood. So yeah, let me know where you're all from. I always ask that. I don't know if I've asked that earlier on in the video, but let me know where you're all from. I'm just nosy, to be perfectly honest with you. Getting some great support off everybody as per usual. You're all absolutely amazing. It's enlightening, really. It's really, really good. Speaking of enlightening, I'm going to enlighten myself by losing a bit of weight. I sort of touched on it in the last video. So what I'm going to do on the Sunday video, I'm going to push myself. So I was on this health trip, and I stopped smoking, stopped drinking. I told you this before. It's a bit boring now what I'm carrying on with. Just changing a blade here for a Starrett blade. These are brilliant. Get some Starrett blades. They're really good. So anyway, yeah. And I'm going to get a set of scales out on Sunday, and I'm going to weigh myself. And then it's just for me to push myself, because I know if I lose a bit of weight, it's going to, A, make myself feel a lot better. And number 2, it's going to help with the arthritis. I mean, I suffer from sort of arthritis in my hands and stuff like that, but the main problem with my arthritis is my knees and in my ankles, and that's why I've tried on 2 attempts now to make 2 shop stools. The first one, Shelley turned into a plant stand, and then the second one, on my last video, was that stool I made with holes in it, which really, it was too nice to be a shop stool. But that's now been commandeered for the house. I'll give you I'm not going to give any clues who said it's going in the house, and that's now at a desk. And I'll put a picture of it next to the desk on the community post, so you can see where it is. It's a different colour from the desk, but she says no, it's a desk chair, and that's it. She's the boss, isn't she? So I'm going to make, at some point, another 3rd time lucky shop stool, but I'm going to make it rough as a bear's arse, so she doesn't want it in the house. Do you know what I mean? Well, no doubt she'll find a use for it. So I'm just going in here, I'm just sort of putting this sort of together, I'm gluing, screwing. It's not fine woodworking, is it? So it is what it is, and it's just all about learning these things that you can do now with these wood. And pallets is just cheap compared to, you know, you're going out, you go to like the big box stores, we call them like B&Qs over there and stuff like that. I get my main wood from a proper timber yard, and you know, the prices are good, the wood's good, and it gets delivered. But a lot of people have got no choice but to go to like a big box store. But if you can learn with this sort of wood and reclaim wood and that kind of thing, it can be sort of cost effective. Although a lot of you will agree, some reclaimed wood now is absolutely stupid, big money. So it's one of them where you sort of like, I tend to stay clear of it a little bit, because you think, how much? You know what I mean? They throw a price out at you. How much? You know what I mean? I'm having none of that. So I'm just marking up here, going on a bit freehand with a design. Nothing special. I'm no artist by any stretch of the imagination. And I just cut it to the jigsaw. So my hand looks really close to that blade there, and it's not. The camera angle is deceiving. The thing I'm thinking about is that cord. But I've got the table underneath what will stop that blade anyway getting anywhere near my hands. But I'm well under control there, trust me. I wouldn't make the cut if I couldn't control it. Even if there was half a inkling of me, I wouldn't have done it. But I could clamp it down, and this is one of the things I'm going to be doing, building into the new workbench build that I make, is things for clamping and cutting, stuff like that. So there's that cut. I'll just retrace that now onto another piece and just go around that and cut that. So that's tidy. I should have got Shelley to stain this, you know, give it a stain and a rub back. I'm just a bit, when I'm doing this now, that's what was in my mind thinking. The boards just look too clean. Then I've gone over them with an 80 grit and a 120 grit. I've tried to keep on one of them some of the pallet writing, what's stamped into it on it, to give it its authenticity. But I think it could be a bit more authenticity than that, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm getting a bit tongue-tied this morning. See how I've just left that little stamp on the top there? That, you know, little things like that add to it. So this one's going to be a coat rack. So these little hooks I got off Amazon, and I'm just using a ratcheting screwdriver here because the wood's really soft. I don't want to go in too far, and the screws on these like hooks tend always to be not very good. So just go in nice and easy with a ratcheting screwdriver or a normal screwdriver. I've got this one. It's a SATA brand. I'll put a link in the description for it. It's really good, and it's not too much money, and it's hardware and it'll last me forever. It's really a tough piece of equipment, and I got recommended it. I was looking at a few and I got recommended that one, and I got it, and I'm glad I did. So just a bit of clear lacquer here. I still wish here I should have stained this. So it's just like a small 5-hook coat rack. I mean, you can double up. It's got like 2 hooks on each there. Just going over it with a car lacquer, and that's like a little wall stand where you can put things in there. You could use that in an hallway, bathroom, that kind of thing. Sell these on Facebook Marketplace, all that kind of stuff. Etsy. Really cost effective, really cheap to make. And I'm still on the first pack of boards. So the first pack of boards cost me £8. I bought 10 packs. I'm still on the first pack. And there's the little coat rack. Let me know in the comments what you think. Be totally honest with me. Whether you think I should have stained them, maybe. I like them. But things I would have done is I would have added some stain to it. So thanks for watching. And I will see you Friday. Bye-bye.